Hello, Andrea St. Amand here. I want to ask you today if you're living in the danger zone. And by the danger zone, I mean not the exciting, kind of sexy danger zone. I mean the seriously dangerous zone, the one that is dangerous for the evolution of your soul, the danger zone where you are unmotivated to change, the one where you're like, I'm so comfortable being discomfortable. That's not a word. I'm so comfortable being uncomfortable, so comfortable with my discomfort that it's okay, because change is uncomfortable, right? But you might even actually think to yourself when you're in this danger zone, like, I can't take this anymore. I can't take it anymore. But then you don't actually take new steps that will deliver new results for you. So that is a really, really dangerous spot to be in. We are afraid to take risks. We are afraid of change. But I have learned that I was stagnated for so long. I was so stuck, and I had so much anxiety from being stuck that that danger zone is way more dangerous for me and uncomfortable for me than the discomfort of change. So I'm at the point now where I understand when I'm pushing the edges, I'm feeling my edges, and I'm scared. That's my ego trying to hold me back. And that is a more comfortable feeling than staying stuck and stagnated. So I'm at the point now where I'm almost like addicted to new challenges. So um, I I had this interesting experience the other day, and this illustrates how danger zones show up, and how they might show up for you. Um, that I had to kind of think which step is going to be my danger zone. So I have had many people from my former life as a lawyer want me to give talks and talk about what I'm doing now. And I have to do it in a way that's very grounded, which you guys know I'm all about bringing spirituality down to actionable, practical earth where you can do stuff with it. You're not just stuck up in your head and woo. But I had several people send me an email to apply to give a local TED talk. So it's like TEDx Charleston. So I was like, I don't know. So I went to the meeting that they had that tells people what TEDx is all about. And the funny thing is, I end up sitting next to this retired professor, local guy, but he's a brilliant writer. He has done so much writing about human secularism. He is an outed atheist, and he's a brilliant speaker. And his life's work has been to get religion out of politics and to get people to focus on core human values and take action from core human values. So I thought it was just funny that we're at this event, and I've got he's a psychic medium is sitting next to an atheist. And so at the end of the talk about how to get a big idea out there, they list these things that you're not allowed to do. Like, there's no promotional talks for, you're just trying to advertise your company or your business. Well, that makes sense, right? There's no talk about religion. There's no talk about politics. Like, okay, there's no talk about spirituality. And at that point, and then the show ended, and I'm sitting there blinking, and I look at the man next to me, this atheist, and he's blinking, and he looked at me, and he knew who I had already introduced myself, and I said, everything's spirituality. And he goes, yeah, what are we doing sitting here? So we actually ended up having a long conversation with some of the sponsors of the show, of the TEDx Charleston, and I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to get really focused on a great idea. But the fact that you can't even say you're spiritual, or you can't, like, I think I'd be kicked out just because basis of my profession alone. I don't think my application would get accepted. But it made me start thinking, what is my danger zone? The last 2 days, I have been thinking, okay, what is it? My ego wanting to fill out this application and talk to mainstream America, even though I'm not going to be able to say what I do for a living and not be able to talk about my passion and what I'm doing for a living. And of course, I think that's what's wrong with mainstream America. We're supposed to be divorcing spirituality from imagination and great ideas, which is insane. That is the thing that is driving anxiety rates up so hard, because we're disconnecting ourselves. So I was thinking, like, is it dangerous? It's actually unhealthy for me to even go through the exercise of trying to get that idea down, because I'm always just slipping back into my old way of being, and kind of my ego wants validation from my old profession. Or is it more dangerous for me to just keep talking to people who can hear me? because I talked with you guys at yoga studios, people who are already spiritual minded, they're open, and people who find me online, all that stuff. Those folks are open. So which one is actually a stagnated path? So it's complicated. But I raise that to you guys because danger zones are a constantly moving target, unfortunately. We might think that we're pushing ourselves in one direction, but then we're actually really stagnated over here and we're not willing to take a risk or change. So danger zones show up, though, in lots of different disguises, and one of them is in being busy, in busyness. And busyness is just like, it might be you putting a lot of crap on your plate, so you don't have space to take a risk and change. And danger zones also show up with spiritually minded folks, even though we think we're like constantly moving our brains forward. If you're in the situation of not being willing to invest in yourself, if you're in a situation where, like, I don't know if I have gifts, I'm interested in it, but you're not willing to hire a teacher, or you're not willing to go to a workshop, you're not willing to put yourself out there and start trying, or you're on the other end of the spectrum, you're like, oh, I already have my gifts, everything's fine, and you're not willing to learn new ones, you're not willing to go deeper and do a deeper dive with what you have. Like, my teachers are constantly studying. I am constantly studying. Is it petrifying to learn a new way of harnessing energy? Yes. Is it petrifying to give like readings for the first time? Absolutely. But do it anyway. So hello, Kim, and hello, Cynthia. I'm so glad you guys are here. Glad you're in the group and watching this video. I want to challenge all of you guys to think about what your danger zone looks like. Where are you stagnated, and where are you finding resistance? You're not willing to invest in yourself, create space, invest in yourself to take your gifts to the next level. Because if you're watching this, all of you guys have gifts that can be developed further. Trust me. So hire me. If I'm not the right person for you, I will get you in the right hands. This is how I work with clients. I work with people to understand energy on a very grounded level and have you bring your spirituality into your everyday life. I also give amazing readings. The type of readings I do are so grounded. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're already kind of out there and you're wanting guidance on how to manifest more fully in your life, reach out to me for that. Reach out to me for anything. Let's like get everybody out of the dangerous zone for your soul and moving forward into a risk, yes, an area of risk, but an area of great reward. All right, happy Wednesday. See you guys later. Bye.